Undeniable proof has been leaked that certain Aquaman starlet has been gunning for my channel. I mean, we are talking about months and months of flagging, trying to get people taken down by YouTube, with them going as far as to try to flag down 500 different videos. That's right, 500 different videos. And on top of that, they've been trying to take down my comic book as well, because God forbid I talked about the person that filed false police reports, the people that went after my kids, that tried to attack my book as well. By the way, when it comes to the book, check it out and back it. There's not a lot of time left on the counter. And well, that certain Aquaman starlet doesn't like it. The people that go out and try to do her dirty work don't like it. I would say Eve Barlow doesn't like it as well. That, it sounds like a ringing endorsement, right? Now, these are the exact same people, by the way, that were in communication with that certain Aquaman starlet's team when they went out, when they were doxing people or taking their private information, making it public so they could intimidate, harass, and bully. I mean, look at this. This is them communicating with other people. Please don't tell anyone in the other group that we know the identities of redacted yet. We'll keep that hush until we know what that certain Aquaman starlet's team will do with that info. Right there, they admit they're in contact with them. And remember, she and her legal team have made it clear on multiple occasions that they've been after my YouTube channel for a while. You can see this right here in a filing as part of the campaign to smear that certain Aquaman starlet. Adam Waldman and JD also contacted the media to falsely call her a liar and a hoax artist. This not only included the mainstream media, but also included social media accounts, including ThatUmbrellaGuy. Now, the reason that all of this stuff is coming forward, by the way, is because somebody that was supposedly in their trusted circles, somebody that they let behind the scenes because they thought they were doing dirty work, wasn't really doing that at all. They were collecting screenshots, and they decided to show it to the public. Funny thing is, this is the only person leaking info either. There's somebody trusted in their groups. Even further in, they told me I could say this too. It's going to be funny watching them try to figure out who that is, because this information, this is just the tip of the proverbial iceberg. There is more, much more out there to see. You and I were going to talk about this stuff right here, though. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And if you want to see proof that these folks are being rewarded for what they're doing, well, look no further than the people that certain Aquaman starlet follows. This is an older list. Somebody collected it for me. But when you go through it, you'll notice regular groups, lots of blue check marks, a lot of representation in Hollywood. I mean, you're going to get a lot of that here. But when you start going through, you'll notice another layer. This layer, it sticks out like that proverbial sore thumb. You have a lot of accounts that, well, aside from people like Eve Barlow, you have them sitting right there mixed in. You'll notice more and more of them as it gets to newer follows. Essentially, these are people that certain Aquaman starlet could weaponize. People that will be represented in those false flagging, doxing, and harassment groups. Yeah, it says a lot when you start going through and you notice them because they're getting head pats. Now, like I was saying before, the account that put all of this stuff out there is this account right here. This account, it decided to go deep undercover. It decided to see what was going on behind the scenes. And well, considering it has an @ I guess they could trust, @Herd Pride, they were like, yeah, it seems like a good idea. Yeah, probably not so much. Now, the person posting all of this, they noted the following, quote, I said I had more. Remember how AH stands, and even that certain Aquaman starlet herself accused Depheads of coordinated attacks, doxing. This was asked to keep in the down low. Guess what? It's not. Hashtag, well, you probably recognize that hashtag. And I know this, if compared to them orchestrating helping Eve interfere with court is maybe not so bombastic, but if it's proof they do what they're accused of, Yeah, here's them coordinating a reporting campaign against that umbrella guy. And gosh, when they started talking about Tug, I got tired because it was all they'd talk about. Now, one of the more creepy factors in all of this, by the way, is what they call their group. I mean, consider they're interacting with that certain Aquaman starlet. They say they're interacting with their legal team. They talk about Eve Barlow behind the scenes, too. She has definitely been in at least one of these groups. A screenshot of that was leaked. Well, what do they call themselves here? They call themselves shooters for that certain Aquaman starlet. Yeah, people that want to find out your real information, people that don't have lines that will go to any length for that certain Aquaman starlet while she's encouraging them. They call themselves shooters. I mean, that's a tad bit disconcerting when you really think about it. Now, what's funny about all of this is when they're harassing people in the name of that certain Aquaman starlet, they're opening themselves up for liability. See, they don't understand how tweets work. You can see them right here. They're reporting live streams because God forbid you talk about them when they're going out and they're doing things publicly or behind the scenes. And by using that means to false flag, well, every one of these folks, including that certain Aquaman starlet, if they're behind this, opens themselves up to liability. Why? Well, let's look at that Twitter terms of service. By submitting, posting, or displaying content on or through the services, you grant us a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license to use, copy, reproduce, etc., and distribute such content in any and all media or distribution methods. This license authorizes us to make your content available to the rest of the world and to let others do the same. AKA, people want to put your content on YouTube. Hey, they have the right to do it. You can get sued playing this game. I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, these groups are once again filing false police reports. They have done that in the past. I have screenshots if they want to argue it. But you see them talking about law enforcement strategy, about things that could somehow be weaponized. Again, they've done that in the past. There is proof of that out there. Yeah, I mean, that's messed up, considering, again, who they're associated with, who they're claiming association with, who they're shooting down people for. That doesn't go over so well, does it? Amazing, isn't it? What that certain Aquaman starlet and Eve Barlow, they apparently greenlight and endorse behind the scenes. I have a good feeling that we'll be able to take him down this way, finally. Yep, going after platforms, going after that comic book. By the way, like I said, back that thing. There's a link in the description. This is our way of going out, fighting industry nonsense that empowers people just like this. This is what you fight against. This is what people in Hollywood, they endorse. This is how they try to hold on to their power by silencing folks talking about the truth. Yeah, let me know what you think about this stuff too. Thank you for being here as well. There is a lot more. We'll probably go over it in live stream. Fun times, like I said, right? Fun times indeed.